What if the biggest celebrity secret of the decade wasn't hidden in a vault, but was hiding in plain sight, revealed by a single casually spoken word? For years, the world has been obsessed with Zendaya and Tom Holland, Hollywood's most elusive power couple. We've watched them, speculated about them, and pieced together clues like detectives on a career-defining case. But we may have just gotten the one clue that changes everything. In a recent interview, Zendaya did the most Zendaya thing ever. She accidentally, or perhaps intentionally, confirmed that she and Tom Holland are married. Yeah, you heard that right, married. This wasn't a Vogue cover story, there was no flashy announcement. It was a soft-spoken, blink and you'll miss it moment that has sent the internet into a complete meltdown. But when you look back, the signs were always there. They've been leaving a trail of breadcrumbs for months, maybe even years, and now it's all starting to make sense. So, buckle up because we are breaking down how Hollywood's most private couple low-key tied the knot without any of us realizing it, until now. To truly understand the weight of this revelation, we have to rewind the clock to 2016. The set of Spider-Man Homecoming wasn't just the beginning of a new superhero era. It was the breeding ground for a once-in-a-generation connection. From day one, reports from the set were less about the action sequences and more about the palpable energy between its two young stars. Producers, co-stars, and crew members all said the same thing. Their chemistry was electric, something you couldn't script or direct. They were magnetic. People were like, yo, the chemistry is insane. But in true form, they kept it strictly professional. As the press tours ramped up, so did the questions. Media outlets smelling a potential blockbuster romance relentlessly asked if they were dating, and so began the Just Really Good Friends tour. For years, this was their mantra. They'd laugh off the rumors, playfully mock the fan theories on social media, and insist their bond was purely platonic. But the fans, the ever-watchful fandom, knew better. They saw the subtle eye contact that lingered a second too long, the inside jokes shared in crowded rooms, and the way they instinctively moved closer to one another. They were building a fortress of friendship, but the foundation was clearly something much deeper. They were laying the groundwork for a relationship that would be defined by one thing above all else: privacy. For 5 years, that delicate dance continued. Speculation remained just that, speculation. But then came the summer of 2021, and the moment everything changed. A paparazzi's long lens caught what the world had been waiting for: a candid photo of Tom and Zendaya kissing in a car in Los Angeles. The internet didn't just buzz, it exploded. The hashtag Tomdaya trended globally within minutes. It was game over. The Just Friends narrative was shattered. And the fans who had kept the faith for half a decade felt a triumphant sense of vindication. But here's what makes their stories so unique. For most celebrity couples, this would have been the moment to cash in. A joint magazine cover, a carefully curated Instagram launch, a red carpet debut as an official item. But Tom and Zendaya did the exact opposite. They went silent. They refused to comment on the photos, they didn't post about each other, and they continued to navigate their public lives as individuals. This singular event, their outing, seemed to solidify their resolve. It proved that their relationship was theirs and theirs alone, not a commodity to be sold or a storyline to be marketed. They had been forced into the light, and in response, they doubled down on building their fortress of privacy, making it clear that the public was only ever going to get what they chose to share, and nothing more. This unwavering commitment to privacy is perhaps the most fascinating part of their love story. In an industry built on exposure and an internet culture that demands constant updates, Tom and Zendaya have achieved the near impossible. They built a normal life in the heart of the hurricane. They stand in stark contrast to so many other high-profile couples who perform their relationships for clicks and clout. Their social media presence is a masterclass in calculated intimacy. You won't find them posting daily vlogs or couple selfies. Instead, you get a rare, heartfelt birthday message from Tom or a subtle post from Zendaya celebrating his work. Each public-facing interaction is deliberate, meaningful, and designed to support, not to publicize. They understand that the sanctity of their bond depends on protecting it from the noise and scrutiny of the outside world. Isn't just a preference, it's a strategy. It's the very thing that has allowed their relationship to thrive where so many others have crumbled under the pressure of the spotlight. They aren't just a couple, they are a team, united against the invasive nature of modern fame. And just when we thought we had their strategy figured out, they started dropping clues that were impossible to ignore. Fast forward to the fictional 2025 Golden Globes. Zendaya arrives on the red carpet, and as expected, she looks like a goddess. She's wearing a radiant, jaw-dropping gown, but it wasn't the dress that stole the show. It was the ring. Sitting loud and proud on that finger was a diamond so brilliant, it practically had its own gravitational pull. The internet's amateur gemologists immediately went to work. Speculation ran wild, and within hours the consensus was in. This was no ordinary piece of jewelry. Reports from inside sources began to surface, claiming the ring was a stunning 5-carat east-west cushion-cut diamond. The story that followed was pure old-school romance. Rumors suggested that Tom had proposed sometime between Christmas and New Year's 2024 at one of Zendaya's family homes. And in a move that melted hearts everywhere, it was said that he had asked her father for permission beforehand. Classic Tom, respectful, traditional, and deeply romantic. Zendaya, of course, said nothing. She simply smiled, let the ring do the talking, and allowed the world to draw its own conclusions. It was the first major tangible piece of evidence. A breadcrumb so significant it felt like a whole loaf. But a ring signals an engagement, a promise of what to come. What happened next suggested the promise had already been fulfilled. This brings us to the moment that cracked the case wide open. Picture the scene. Zendaya is doing a regular press interview. It's nothing deep, just a standard promotional chat for an upcoming project. The vibe is relaxed and casual. The interviewer asks a lighthearted question, and Zendaya replies, completely unfazed, with the 6 words that would set the world on fire. Yeah, my husband loves that too. There was no hesitation, no nervous giggle, no immediate backtracking or correction. It was a simple, factual statement delivered with the same chill energy as someone mentioning what they had for breakfast. The interviewer, likely stunned, moved on, but the internet did not. Fans instantly caught it. People clipped the video, replayed it in slow motion, and analyzed every micro-expression. The hashtag Zendaya married trended worldwide. This was it. This was the moment theory became fact. She didn't say, my boyfriend, she didn't even say my fiancé, which, given the ring, would have been the expected term. She said husband. Case closed. It was a masterfully understated confirmation, perfectly in line with their low-key brand. No fanfare, no drama, just a single word that rewrote their entire public story. So, if they are indeed married, the question is no longer if, but how. How did 2 of the most famous people on the planet pull off a secret wedding without a single leak? Sources close to the couple suggest the ceremony likely happened in early 2025, a super low-key affair completely shielded from the public eye. There are 2 leading theories on the location. The first is Tom's hometown of Richmond, London, a place where they've been known to enjoy a semblance of normal life away from the chaos of Hollywood. The second is Zendaya's private, gated estate in Los Angeles, a fortress she's already established as her sanctuary. The guest list was likely minuscule, just immediate family and their tightest circle of trusted friends. No press, no drones, just love. This theory is powerfully supported by a cryptic comment from Zendaya's ride-or-die stylist and close confidant, La Ruch. In a fictional interview, when pressed about Zendaya's future wedding style, he's rumored to have said, nobody will ever see her wedding dress. Zendaya is a secret bride. Let that sink in. He didn't just hint at privacy, he essentially confirmed a clandestine event. He painted a picture of a wedding that was a sacred, personal experience, not a public spectacle. They weren't just getting married, they were consecrating their union in the one place the world couldn't reach, their private life. With their status as husband and wife seemingly confirmed, a new wave of speculation has begun. What does the future hold for Mr. and Mrs. Holland? This marriage isn't just a personal milestone. It signals a new chapter in their lives, a shift from building careers to building a home and a family. The rumors are already swirling. Tom has been openly vocal for years about his desire to be a dad, stating in interviews, "I love kids. I want to have a family." Fans now on high alert have started noticing Zendaya opting for looser-fitting outfits at recent premieres and have commented that she seems to be moving with a new, more deliberate grace. Is it just a fashion choice, or could there be a tiny Holland on the way? Beyond family, there are whispers of significant career pivots. Insiders suggest Zendaya is looking to step behind the camera, with a directorial debut on the horizon. Meanwhile, Tom has expressed interest in slowing down and exploring his other passions, even mentioning carpentry. This isn't a couple just planning their next movie, they're planning their next 40 years. They're rumored to be house hunting in London's quiet, artsy Primrose Hill, looking for a forever home where they can walk their dog and live a real life. They aren't retiring, they're reprioritizing. In the end, the story of Zendaya and Tom Holland is about so much more than a secret wedding. It's a testament to the power of authentic love in a world saturated with performance. The internet didn't just watch their love story, it feels like it helped build it, investing years of hope and belief into their connection. And unlike so many Hollywood ships that flame out or turn into messy public spectacles, Tom and Zendaya lived up to the hype by refusing to participate in it. They've given us butterflies for 7 years without ever selling out. They are a masterclass in how to be globally famous and still protect your peace. Their connection isn't just a fan theory, it's respected.